So apparently my parents talk about a lot of heavy stuff on their podcast. Listen at your own discretion. Like, comment, subscribe, and share or whatever. Anyways, welcome to Sobriety.
What is up, everybody? I'm Ryan. This is Jess. We are sober as fuck. Before we get to today's special celebratory episode, I do want to remind everybody you can catch the podcast on our website, safpodcast.com. That is safpodcast.com. We're available on every single platform out there. Please make sure you like, subscribe, keep sharing. The more you share, the better this all gets. Right?
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is definitely caring. Comment.
Review.
Subscribe, all the things. Like the damn podcast.
Listen to it.
Watch it. Download the damn thing.
Download it. Download it. With that said,
yes,
we're not quite on video platform on Apple Podcast yet. So they just recently rolled that out.
Yeah, we're getting there.
And, well, I got a good email. I don't know if you saw it, but that they are working on doing whatever techie thing they do over there with Spotify.
Oh, to blend it over.
So coming
soon.
Coming soon.
Yeah. A lot of good things kind of coming soon. A lot of good new guests coming up for the rest of the summer. Jess and I are actually coming soon to the website. We're probably going to end up having a couple of weekly meetings, which I think is going to be really cool. Mine is going to be focused on gambling because there's really not a good, gambling meeting to attend every week other than by phone, which I think will be really cool. Yeah. So we're going to do and it's all free. It's going to be a free, just kind of meet up and help. And then yours was going to be
a lot of disordered eating stuff. So, we have this preconceived notion or picture or idea of what disordered eating is. And I've intentionally started using the term disordered eating instead of eating disorders, because eating disorder implies that there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Like you have a disorder.
Right.
Rather than having disordered eating, which means that you're not a disorder. It's just your eating habits are disordered. And I don't know. And everybody may not share this, but I feel more comfortable and I feel that it defines my struggles better. That's just me. So disordered eating. I don't talk about binge eating or anything like that anymore because that's just a piece of it. Anyways. But the more I put that out there, the more it's primarily women, but it's men and women too. Sure. Women, I think women are just more prone to talk about it. The more and more people I get who are like, oh my gosh, the same. And,
that's right.
Like I said, there's this preconceived vision or notion of disordered eating, oh, well, if you're anorexic, then you must be super skinny. And if you have binge eating disorder, then you must be morbidly obese and we say this with any sort of mental health struggle, addiction, gambling, anything. You cannot determine someone's health based on the way that they look.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, sometimes when you're unhealthy, it shows on the outside, but a large majority of people are struggling inside and you don't know. So you can never assume anything like that.
100%.
So I'm doing the same thing with disordered eating that you're doing with gambling, being
and I think it's good because, we have Smart Recovery, Reframe, AA, NA. I mean, there's plenty of things out there, but it seems like on the two things that we're going to focus on, again, it's all free. There's just not, and I've tried every recovery space for gambling other than, there's a weekly phone call you can get on. But I just don't think that's enough. I think the actual interaction with people, being able to see somebody and talk that way, I think would be a little bit better and a little more community feel to it.
Yeah, and just to clarify.
Because what I was saying was most of them kind of circulate around alcohol. Where this one is going to be more the gambling and the
more targeted.
Disordered eating.
Yeah, yeah. So, and to clarify to anybody listening, because I don't want there to be cross wires, we are not doctors, we are not counselors, we are not nurses. Like, this will not be a space where you come to for advice.
Yeah, just a straight up community. Let's talk about the shit we're going through.
This is not even a program because we are not qualified. This is just a place where you can exist, and if you want to talk
and build a community.
And like with disordered eating too, I will likely have some calls where it's like, come eat with us. Like, let's sit down and have lunch. And if you don't want to eat, that's fine. Or if you take 2 bites or whatever, like, I want to throw something out there for everybody because eating can be triggering to some. So it won't be all of them. Things like that. And I'm sure you'll do the same thing with like gambling. Like, I remember when we would go to a casino and you would like play with the chips or whatever.
Yeah, it was almost like, I'm trying to think of what they have that stuff now for, oh my gosh.
Like smoking cigarettes or what?
Not the squeeze balls, but the other stuff that you do, like the little poppets and shit like that.
Oh, yeah. Fidget toys.
Fidget toys. There you go. That actually was really good for me for a while. I always take like a kid's fidget toy and sit and play with it because I used to ruffle chips all the time when I was sitting at the table. Kind of acts as the same thing. It was just kind of
Tell us more about the squeezing of balls, Ryan.
Shut it.
Whose balls are we squeezing?
Speaking of, we're also talking about doing a SAF after dark.
Yeah, like definitely
things are about to get spicy.
18 and over.
Yes, so that's also something to look forward to.
I'm going to pivot for a second because we do that on these, but so we have kind of this running joke now because I read and listen to these fantasy series. We've talked about this before. That's nothing new, but there's a couple of them that I'm going to say I've accidentally fallen into, not just fantasy, but like otherwise, that are like dirty, right? And whatever, like, there's no right or wrong thing to like. We're very open-minded. You like what you like as long as everybody's an adult and it's consensual. I don't really give a fuck, right?
Right.
And so this morning we were talking and I showed you a TikTok of one of, like, I'm not going to say the name, right?
Because voiceover.
Because if I say the name, then everyone will know exactly what kind of books I'm talking about. Okay, so use your imagination. But it's one of the main like sexy like dudes and voice actors. And what did you say? We were making a joke. And you said something in a deep voice, and you were like, "I can't even."
No, that was I was on the phone,
right? But you were on mute, and you said it in a deep voice, and I don't even know if I can say it.
I think I said that's my good girl.
Right. And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Because she did something for me. She matched a damn billing.
Well, and you and I were like kind of pantomiming to each other, just like fucking with each other, because we've had this ongoing theme of like audiobooks and dirty novels, and so I've like dragged you into the pit of this unwillingly, but it's become a joke. And so I was like, oh my god, and I pulled the guy up and I like played some of the clips, and you were like, that is insane.
That's wild.
And then I found out there's this app called Quinn, Quinn, and it is like audio porn. So there are so many, I'm going to say women, but there are men who get into this too. It makes, it makes me think of like in the 90s, the 888, like,
oh God,
sex
lines. It does. I didn't even think about that.
It does. Like, that's what it is, except it's like storytelling. And so like, it's these people and they get on there and it's like, let me tell you something. This is a booming business. I told Ryan, I was like, maybe you should become a voice actor. Yeah. I'd be okay with you talking dirty to people. I don't care.
But anyway, be on the lookout for that. Again, it's going to be SAF After Dark.
We're not going to be talking dirty to people on
this?
No,
we're not going to be doing that. But we are going to be talking about...
My ADHD made this very confusing. Okay, so...
It's basically sober sex and things around...
Things that are more geared towards adults.
Yeah.
And not necessarily just sobriety, but like, other fun
stuff
things
with sobriety thrown in too. So,
yeah, but stuff that we keep pretty G-rated on the podcast. We've been thinking about this because I definitely think, especially for couples, there's a lot of intimacy stuff with sobriety that people may not be so comfortable talking about on like
but we don't give a shit, so
non-age restricted free podcast.
That's right. So anyway, be on the lookout for that. So
and maybe Ryan will talk dirty too.
Maybe I will. That is a good girl. Anyway.
Oh my God. Don't do that anymore.
So anyway, today is a very, very special podcast for us. It is our 100th episode, which is, to me, a huge fucking milestone.
I think it's a huge accomplishment. I think the majority of podcasts, not for any particular reason, but don't make it because it's a huge commitment.
It is. Yeah. To the fact that I didn't think I would get past into double digits, and now here we are doing our 100th.
I know.
And have done more. So I mean, we're trucking along. We've got more to do. And if you're a guest and listening to this, if you're just someone that listens all the time, thank you. Thank all of you.
You got us there.
You got us here. It's been such a fun ride for me and Jessica both. It's been a growing experience. I mean, from starting off from garage sale shit to this, having like a little studio is pretty amazing. Yeah. I can't believe it.
I mean, I'm right there with you. Like, I know we have these little episodes that are just the two of us and people love them, but I think that people would get pretty sick and tired of just hearing us talk. Yeah, it really is our guests and the community.
Yeah.
And it's evolved so much too. Like if you go back and you watch season 1 all the way up, like we have I feel like I've gone through some sort of emotional puberty in a sense, We almost had a funny story, not really almost, but hypothetical story to tell today. So we went out to eat last night and I never see non-alcoholic wines on menus. It's so rare. So anytime I see them, I always order a glass just because I'm just, putting it out there. And it took them a while to get it. And I was like, what would happen if they handed me like regular wine? Now, for me personally, it wouldn't be devastating if it's an accident because it wouldn't start any sort of like rabbit hole. Okay. Because alcohol was never the thing that triggered me. And I just looked at you and I said, that would be a really fun podcast to be like, so Jessica got accidentally drunk at dinner last night. Let's talk about that.
One glass would just have you about puking probably.
Are you kidding? I think I would have smelled it and gotten instant migraine. Yeah. But I say that because, it's not something that I ever thought would be in the top of my mind to be like, oh my gosh, what happened? Again, for me, it would be okay. For you, definitely not okay. But it just gets your mind like ticking onto things. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why, whenever I get an NA beer, I always tell them, if you're going to open it, whatever's fine, bring it to me, pour it in front of me. That's what I always tell them.
Absolutely.
And what I really, gave the server big props for was he said he poured it and then he said, I forgot I was going to bring the bottle to show you
and
what it was. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He gets it.
Yeah.
So
And again, it was one of those things that I think that if alcohol was one of my triggers, I probably would have been like, that would be great.
Yeah.
I didn't. And this is me again, only because, not that I don't care, but he had already run around everywhere. And I thought, if the worst thing that happens is me personally take a sip and I feel it, I just won't drink any more of it, which is very easy for me. Right. I have other struggles that maybe not so much. But yeah, it just kind of started this like thought process in my head, and
Mr. Will was going, huh?
Yeah.
Gymnastics.
Well, and I think that more and more people are discovering NA options. And at first, when you would ask someone to bring a can or a bottle, they would just be like, okay, and look a little confused. But now it seems like when you ask, they're like, absolutely, no problem, which is so phenomenal because it means that more and more people are going in that direction. Yeah. And it makes me really happy not to have that like deer in the headlights look.
Yeah, and there's a lot more options on menus as well. Yeah. Which even the restaurant we went to last night was one that we frequent quite a bit, and to see they literally had a damn good section.
They did. They had a really good
mocktails, non-alcoholic wines, beers. I was just like, wow, I'm actually pretty impressed.
Do you want to hear something crazy though? So when I was drinking, I was a big wine drinker. Like that was my favorite. And so I got a non-alcoholic Chardonnay and it tasted exactly like a regular Chardonnay. I did not like it.
Really?
Like I genuinely was like, this does not taste good. Like I don't really want to drink this with my meal. And I took a few sips just to give it a chance. And also like you order something, you pay for it. You just feel obligated to finish it. But if you notice, I didn't finish it because I was like,
I didn't even pay attention.
I was just like,
which is rare for me.
This just doesn't taste good. Like I don't want it.
Yeah. We've tried a couple of the non-alcoholic wines. There's only,
I think the sparkling ones are better.
That Woody's one was really good that they sent us. Right. I thought that was really good.
But my point in saying that is, as much as I say, oh, if I'd accidentally had a sip of alcohol, like it wouldn't be detrimental. But at the same time, like it also had me thinking that like, if I were still drinking, I would have drank that and probably ordered another glass
of something different.
So like, even when you think like, oh, I quit drinking, but I don't have a problem. It's like, but do you? Yeah. Because I was like, this doesn't taste good, so I don't want it.
Right.
Before, I would have finished it and been like, fuck it. And then you're so buzzed that
it doesn't matter.
Drink urine and you don't care. But I was like, I think I am completely desensitized to the taste of like wine. Like it's got to be yummy now. If I'm going to have something, it's got to actually taste good. Mm-hmm. Which you still enjoy the taste of like non-alcoholic beers. And I do too.
Ones. Yeah. Some of them I'll try and it's funny. Like you said, I'll throw the damn thing away.
I do too. But like, I won't sit and hammer them anymore. Cause I'm like, oh God, I need to fart. I'm bloated, And so I'm just like, I'm done. It's like those shut off valves are so much clearer.
Yeah.
It's wild. I mean, and I think people on the podcast will understand, but I'm just like, why am I sitting here drinking this?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't want it.
I don't want the damn thing.
So I just pour it out. Right. So that was really interesting. Yep. I thought it was.
And then tomorrow is a big day for your boy. I will be under the knife tomorrow.
Well, by the time this airs, you will be doped up on pain pills in the bed downstairs.
Yes, the old man's getting his hip replaced. I've got my walker bedazzled and ready to go.
I told you I was going to bedazzle your walker.
I'm just going to put sober stickers all over it.
I'm not going to bedazzle it because I'm so ADHD that I just think of how many. It's not that. It's the puzzle and the coloring book effect. I would see all the little like gems, and I'd be like, if I start this, I have to finish it to completion. So I'm not going to start it. I'll wrap some bows around it and call it a day. Paint it pink.
Well, like anything else, I've been anxious all day, probably all weekend. I guess it's been a little.
Of course, yeah.
It's been getting on me. It's my first like real surgery, and I don't know.
I think that it's normal.
But again, the tools of sobriety have come into play because I've journaled about it, did some meditation on it. Just like any addicted person, I started learning how to play drums because you know me.
I have so many hobbies, so I get it.
I've been doing that too. I've been playing the damn drum and learning that. I don't know, I've really been keeping busy, and it's really, it's helped calm down. Even doing this podcast is calming to me.
And it helps prevent, and I don't mean this in a funny way, I mean this literally, it helps prevent a lot of like dementia, Alzheimer's, like all of those things that keep your like brain functioning and learning new things is great. Like, who cares if you ever learn to actually play the drums? It doesn't matter. You're learning something. No, I know. But I'm saying that people get so caught up on learning something new. And then if they like lose interest or whatever, it doesn't, like, it's okay. Like I used to be like that, be into something like hardcore. And that's a big thing. And then lose interest. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You don't have to keep it up, but I believe you're going to keep it up.
I'm going to keep it up.
Yeah, and it's going to be great.
But my biggest thing is the uncertainty of everything has just been kind of...
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying too.
It's just weighing on me, but I'll be okay. The good news is I know it's the right thing to do. I know I need it. I need to do it now so I don't screw anything up in the future. And I want to get back to running. I mean, I love, as stupid as it sounds, since becoming sober, I fucking love running.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, love it, love it. And I've been able to do it for a couple months. And I know it's probably going to be another 6 months before I do it again, but hopefully this time I can do it without pain. So,
and I'm going to give you a compliment here. Okay. So don't run away with it. But
I'm waiting. Can't wait.
I have so many friends and know of so many people, women especially, who like talk about their partners having like a man cold or being a big baby and stuff. And as much as we like joke about it, I don't have to deal with that when it comes to you. Like, you don't ever like sit around and whine and mope. I mean, you'll say you're in pain and I'll take care of you, but I won't I don't have to like tell you to get the fuck up or anything like that. I've been really lucky, like not to brag or anything, but my husband actually does dishes, not because he's trying to get laid, but because it's a fucking household chore and it's what you do when
dishes,
you
laundry,
participate.
garbage.
Right. Like, and
that's my job.
And you don't expect you're not like, hey honey, look, I did
look
the
what
dishes.
I did.
Because if you ever did, what would I say?
You just clap and then go back to doing what you're doing, or great fucking job. Way to do your job. That's what you would say.
Yeah. I don't even know that I'd do that. I'd probably just put a dirty dish in the sink and walk away.
And look at me while you do it.
Because I'd be like, you don't get credit for bare minimum.
That's right.
That's something else that we talked about. Like, both of our standards are so high now just in life. Like,
with everything.
And this is not sobriety, because when you're talking about mental health, sometimes bare minimum is all you can do. But as far as like what you allow and boundaries and how people treat you and stuff, like, bare minimum is fine, but you don't get a reward for just doing what a normal person would do. And when I say that, is someone being like, oh, I said thank you. Okay. You're welcome. I don't know, and that's another thing too. We talk all the time, because I'm like, I know everybody says if you get divorced, like I'll never date again, but I really won't. Like my expectations and my standards are so high. I truly believe that you are the only man walking this planet who has any tolerance for me. Not because I'm too much, but because the bar is low for men. You know what I mean? And my standards are so high. I'm just like, no. I also say, if you ever leave me and I found out you were dating someone else, I would be like, someone else does not get to reap the benefits of my hard work. Okay? You didn't come like this. No way.
Not out of the box, right?
No.
Had to be trained.
We're stuck together forever. I'm not doing this shit again.
Speaking of new dogs, we got a new member of the family.
Almost.
Next week.
I know.
So much cool shit going on.
Bodie. An English golden retriever. He's white and he's adorable. And all of our animals we brought into the house, without, we don't care if you care or want it. You'll be like, I'm leaving. Well, I hate these animals. And I'm like, okay. And I get it anyways. This is the first time it was your idea.
Yep. This is I've wanted I would say extra responsibility, but I don't know. I just think it's time.
You need an emotional support pet.
It's my emotional support animal.
That's right.
He'll be with me. And I'm sure he will be on the podcast soon. So, and if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see all about him. This is my dude.
Mm-hmm. He's adorable.
I've bought him everything.
He is adorable.
I've bought him everything but a damn king's robe and crown. He's got it all.
A country boy can't survive. You have this image in your head of you're going to get a pickup truck and you're going to have some cloth seats and you're going to get your dog and you're going to be like, come on, Bodie, get up in here, man. And you'll be like, all right, we'll see you later.
It's that vision of, you remember the movie Sweet Home Alabama?
Yes.
The guy, right?
God.
So it's like his dog goes everywhere with him. That's what
you really are.
I'm going to put a suit on this dog and just walk him.
You really are trying to become a walking romance novel.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Secret Millionaire.
That's right. Secret Millionaire.
Yeah,
picture of me with a skull face on.
Oh,
shirtless with a jacket.
There are a lot of people listening to this who are going to know exactly what book you're talking about, and I am so fucked.
That's what I'm wearing for Halloween.
Oh my God.
Good God.
But here's the thing. It is the nastiest like book series I've ever read, but the story is so good. I have to know what happens. But man, they do some.
I would too. Can't wait for the movie.
Listen, I read it and listen to it, and I'm like, I'm not old enough to read this. I can't. This is too much.
I can't wait for the movie to come out.
But the storyline is so good.
God, Jesus.
And it's also ADHD. Like, I've started it. I have to finish it.
Well,
I
course,
can't stop in the middle. Who does that?
Yeah,
Somebody said once upon a time, if you start reading a book and you don't like it, you can literally just stop reading it. And I was like,
the hell with
like,
that?
what kind of a psychopath does that?
Even a bad movie.
I have to know what happens.
I have to keep watching it. And I know a lot of people that have get up out of a movie theater and leave. I couldn't do it.
If I did that, I'd still have to Google what happened.
Because that's the thing. I'd be like, well, what did I miss?
I think the only movie I've ever gotten up and left was Human Centipede. My brother and I got smoked.
I wouldn't even watch it.
A long time ago. My brother and I smoked a ton of weed, and we're like, yeah, man, let's go watch a horror movie. And we went and we watched 10 minutes of it, and we were like, we got to get out of here. And it was horrible. It was horrible. It was awful. It was just terrible. But, it makes me think of when Lily was like a toddler and she loved like Dora and My Little Pony and Bubble Guppies. And I cannot count how many times we'd be sitting there watching an episode and she would fall asleep and we're just sitting there and we're like, does she make it home in time for the party?
Does she make it? Does she get across
does she
the
do
troll
it?
bridge?
What happens? And I think there's a few times we'd be like, why are we still watching this?
Sitting there all involved in this damn kid's cartoon.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Does he get the haircut in time for picture day? But think how many times did we do that? And we would be like, why are we still fucking watching this?
I don't know. Some of it was interesting.
I don't know.
You learn something new every day. You never know where you're going to learn it from.
Is Swiper going to start swiping? Right. I don't know.
There's always a lesson at every one of those shows. By God, I need to know what the lesson is.
I think the lesson with that is we have some serious mental issues.
Kind of like He-Man. We went and watched that last week.
That was good, though.
That was a great fucking movie. But at the end of every episode, they come on and give you a great life lesson.
My brother had He-Man sheets growing up.
I'm sure he did.
And when we went and watched the movie and the guy is perfect He-Man, I'm like, I see why he wanted to sleep on He-Man's face every night. I get it.
But it was a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to talk about it, but it was a damn good movie. I was impressed, very impressed.
It was a good movie. Yeah. I thought it was really good too. And I'm not even like a He-Man kind of person, but the funniest thing was the first 30 minutes of the movie, I'm like, oh my God, this is just like one of my fantasy books. It's dragons and magic and alternate universes. And I'm like, this is right up my alley.
Yep, it's perfect.
Uh-huh. You're going to watch it. So the one that I read is the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros, and it's Fourth Wing and all of that. And it's coming out on Amazon Video. It's either 2027 or 2028. I don't remember. And you have committed. You're going to watch it with me, and I think you're going to like it.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
She has two more books coming out.
Watch my stuff. I'll watch.
She has two more books coming out. I can't wait. I cannot fucking wait. I am so excited. Sweet. I know a lot of you out there listening are excited too. Back me up here. Come on. Don't leave me out here to just all on my own.
Well, before we get out of here, again, I do want to say thank you to all of our guests that have come on. We've learned, and I have especially, I've learned so much about, even more stuff that you never know. I'm constantly learning about sobriety and other things, just kind of life lessons. I could go through and name a bunch of them, but Peter obviously was my guy, gave us a lot of good life lessons and things to think about. And I always think about him anytime we do, podcast or meetings or whatever. He gets brought up all the time. It was just such a great human. I'm missing to death. I'm so glad he was able to come on and be with us a couple times. Yeah, it was really cool.
Twice. Yeah. And not to pivot from that, but you've learned a lot. We've learned a lot about each other. I mean, I know we sit here and joke, but
I've told, a lot of people have, a lot of people reach out to us, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And yeah, it's one of the things I tell them, I mean, it looks great on camera, but it wasn't always that way. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we started this, we would argue about just the dumbest shit, but we've kind of grown up with it. We've learned a lot of patience with each other. We've learned, I think, a lot more about each other through the podcast, which is really cool too.
You've learned what the definition of a shadow daddy is.
That's right. That's my good girl.
Oh my God, stop it. Ooh, no, I don't know. It's just weird. My mom says I'm not allowed to talk about those
That's
things.
Right.
I don't like it.
Anyway.
Oh, and if you want to be a guest on the podcast and you want to talk
up.
about sobriety or you want to talk about smut romance novels or whatever, I don't care, then you can go to the website and you can shoot us a message. And
actually, you don't have to shoot us a message. There's actually a link to click on.
I created said link. I know.
I can't believe you didn't say that. So if you want to join us on the podcast, please go to the website. Again, it's safpodcast.com.
Do you know what that link does?
It sends us an email.
It shoots us a message.
But you can't just say, just shoot us a message.
Sure,
Click
I can.
on, I want to join the damn show.
You're not the boss of me. I can do whatever I want.
Jesus Christ.
safpodcast.com. Read the dirty books. Talk about the hard things.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll put them in the, if you don't already know about it, which I'm sure 75% of you do, she'll probably throw them in the Amazon storefront.
Not all of them. Some of them I still have, like,
Good Lord.
That's the After Dark, Jess, okay?
Yeah, there you go. There's something we can talk about.
We'll talk about After Dark. I'll actually, talk about some of the scenes that really, made my head explode. That'll be fun. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Everybody, again, thank you so much. 100 episodes, still going. Abso-fucking-lutely. So we're sober as fuck, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
See ya. If you love the podcast, which I know you do, please like, subscribe,
and hit that notification bell to get notified every time we post.
That's right. Dropping them, baby. Word.